I'm Meena. I'm from BNZ as a solution architect, and I'm also the founder of Tech Beyond Gender. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much to Chris and BMK for giving me this great opportunity to be here. And now, today, I want to speak about something that we often overlook in the tech industry. Not just the visible gaps in leadership or pay, but the hidden inequities that silently hold people back. These are the subtle barriers, the quiet exclusions, the moments when someone's expertise is questioned, or their contributions overlooked, or their worth reduced to a stereotype. They are harder to measure, but the cost is enormous. And now, what are the hidden inequities? Hidden inequities are the everyday experiences that are rarely reported but deeply felt. They include microaggressions, assumed incompetency, unequal access to high-impact projects, being left out from informal networks, or being asked, "Are you really technical?" Now, these inequities don't appear in policy documents or in performance reviews, but they have a huge impact on who gets recognized, who gets promoted, and ultimately who stays. In our recent study, 63% of women and gender diverse professionals said they have considered leaving their roles. That's not just a number, that's potential, innovation, and leadership walking out the door. Now, what is the shift that we need? So where do we go from here? Yes, policies matter, but culture is shaped by people and power. And that is why today I want to focus on something different: reclaiming power. As women and gender diverse professionals, we often wait for systems to fix themselves. But we also hold immense power to shift the energy in a room, in a meeting, in an organization. It starts with being visible. It starts with speaking up, even when your voice shakes. It starts with backing another woman in a meeting. It starts with calling out the hidden moments when someone is interrupted, sidelined, or overlooked. And here is something very simple yet powerful: mindfulness. I don't just mean meditation. I mean conscious presence. Notice when you shrink yourself in a room. Breathe before you speak and own the space you occupy. Set intentions before meetings. Today, I will be heard. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. And remember, you don't need permission to lead from where you are. Small mindful shifts in how we show up can ripple into something much bigger. Because when one woman speaks up, others feel safe to do the same. Peer solidarity and allyship. In addition to mindfulness, another powerful way to tackle hidden inequities is through peer solidarity and intentional allyship. We need to build networks that uplift and advocate one another. When women and gender diverse professionals support each other by amplifying each other's voices in meetings, recommending each other for stretch assignments, or simply being a sounding board, we begin to disrupt the status quo. Equally important is inviting allies into this conversation. Male colleagues and leaders play a crucial role in making inclusive cultures the norm, not the exception. That means not just being passive supporters, but active participants, calling out bias, making space for underrepresented voices, and mentoring with equity in mind. True inclusion is not a solo effort. It is a collective practice that becomes powerful when done with intention and consistency. Stories spark change. Over the past year, I've had the privilege of speaking to about 40 professionals through the Tech Beyond Gender podcast. Their stories are powerful reminders that inequity isn't just theoretical. It's deeply personal, from being mistaken as a junior staff despite holding senior technical roles, to having ideas dismissed until echoed by a male colleague. These lived experiences shine light on how hidden inequities show up in real workplaces. Sharing their stories and listening to them without defensiveness is another step towards real change. These conversations remind us that storytelling is advocacy. When we make space for people to be heard and believed, we not only validate their experience, we begin to shift culture. Now, taking action through impactful programs. At Tech Beyond Gender, we are now offering sessions focused on allyship and mindfulness, not only to address the issues highlighted in this research, but to create a space where actionable skills and support systems are cultivated. The goal is twofold. One is to empower women and gender diverse professionals to thrive in the workplaces, and second, to equip allies with the tools to contribute towards meaningful, inclusive cultures. Importantly, these programs also serve a greater purpose. The proceeds support underprivileged children by funding access to education, resources, and mentorship so they too can dream and build a future in tech. Inclusion must begin early, and we believe that supporting the next generation is as vital as supporting today's workforce. This work is grounded on a simple philosophy: pay it forward. When we rise, we lift others. When we share knowledge, we create ripples. And when we invest in those coming behind us, we pave the way for a more inclusive and equitable future for everyone. The hidden cost of inequities isn't just lost opportunities. It's lost voices, it's lost dreams, it's lost momentum. But we can change that narrative. not just by asking for a seat at a table, but by claiming our space, building our own table, and inviting others in. Real inclusivity will only come when we stop waiting for systems to change and start becoming the change ourselves, because the most powerful reforms don't always start in boardrooms. They start in quiet moments of courage amplified over time. Thank you. And please make sure you scan the QR code for more details.